Okay, so people on Twitter are dragging Chris Pratt.
Yeah, it was
Let's
Chris
see.
Hemsworth and Chris Evans. Those were the two other Chris's.
Yes. Castmates defend Chris Pratt following criticism for his alleged political and religious beliefs. Chris Pratt's beliefs come into question following a challenge where one had to choose the least favorable among Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pine, Chris fucking Pine, and Chris Evans. Man. The defense of Pratt caused some to highlight a perceived lack of support for Marvel stars Brie Larson, Zoe Saldana, and Tessa Thompson by Pratt's castmates when those ones were the subject of ad hominem criticism. I want to be very clear here. Nobody went at Zoe Saldana. Nobody went at Tessa Thompson. Everybody went at Brie Larson. I love how they did that, right? I just love how they did that. Oh well, I mean, they don't defend the Womans. Look, and all the Womans were attacked. Nobody gave a shit about Tessa Thompson. You know why? Because she's not just likable. And like, same thing with Zoe Saldana. Like Brie Larson is very unlikable. And when she went ahead and promoted the Captain Marvel movie, she did it in a very divisive way. That's why she got a ton of hate. The movie came out. It was a bad film, objectively had a really bad story. I'm just going to put it like this. It was better than I thought it was going to be. All right? I'd say it's better than Thor 2, but I mean, it just wasn't a good film. And Thor 2 was a trash film. But like this whole thing, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They're all showing up to defend Chris Pratt because we're calling him a white supremacist and all these other things and they won't defend Brie Larson and the other women that people like.
The other women.
The other women that people like.
Why do nobody news articles playing music in the background now? That's fucking retarded. But yeah.
So my brother Robert Downey Jr. and others rallied to defend Chris Pratt. So if Robert Downey Jr. is joining the crew, he better be careful because they're going to bring up that Tropic Thunder shit.
So who won the best?
How am I not following him? Huh?
Who won the best, Chris? Does it say?
Oh, I love this. Why are people still defending Chris Pratt? He's following Ben Shapiro. And he's following PragerU.
Oh no, I don't follow Ben Shapiro anymore. I used to though, just because he's a funny guy.
I follow Cenk Uygur. It doesn't mean I like fucking Cenk Uygur.
I mean, like, sometimes you just follow people, like, see what.
But I love this. They turned off their comments, right? Fucking big and brave over here. The other Chris is watching the Chris Pratt drama. It's pretty funny. Clownfish TV. All I'm getting from this is that Brie Larson's co-stars liked working with Chris Pratt better. I don't know. I love that. Avengers cast when Brie Larson is harassed for 3 years. Avengers cast when people joke about Chris Pratt being a Republican. Zoe Saldana defending Chris Pratt is especially bold because the internet has some leftover jokes for her too. We ain't forget. I don't remember like this massive amount of criticism for Zoe Saldana. I remember it for Brie Larson. I do. I was part of that criticism. I don't remember anyone in like any sort of major group attacking Zoe Saldana, criticizing Zoe Saldana. Same thing for Tessa Thompson. I don't remember that at all. Like, and maybe I slept on it. Maybe I did, but I tend to follow up on those stories. I don't know. Again, I love the fucking movie, and she was great in it too. Zoe Saldana and Tessa Thompson in both of their films, they were fucking phenomenal. Twitter, Chris Pratt is the ugliest Chris MCU cast, and I took that personally. I'm going into the top ones, but I remember what was being said. Chris Pratt must got some dirt on them or something because damn. MCU cast when female castmates were harassed online. MCU cast when Chris Pratt ugly. Yeah, you know. This is Chris Pratt's pastor blocking replies because you people will ruin this. With all this wonderful Chris Pratt hate, always remember Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's a bitch, honestly. You all know who hasn't defended Chris Pratt? Yes, the best Chris's.
The best Chris? Yeah, like, okay. I still want to know who the fucking best Chris was.
I mean,
they told us who the worst one is.
Apparently, yeah.
I want to see who they think the best Chris is.
I love how just immediately these people jump to just the absolute most bullshit straw man possible. Apparently, this entire Chris Pratt discourse that brought all the Avengers actors out of their caves to defend him is because he lost a poll about being the best Hollywood Chris. You really can't make this up. They were calling him a white supremacist, you lying, disingenuous cunt. Fucking hell. Me at the MCU cast defending Chris Pratt when they didn't defend Brie, Zendaya, or Tessa. You have the moral backbone of a chocolate eclair. Dude. You know what I actually love about these people, right? Brie Larson, whiter than fucking mayonnaise, right? Gets massive amounts of criticism. But so they can't sit there and say, well, you didn't defend Brie Larson, because they know for a fact people don't like Brie Larson. So what do? They take two women of color and they say, you didn't defend any of these women, which includes Brie Larson. You didn't include any of these. You didn't defend any of these women, which includes Brie Larson. Dude, this is so stupid. This is fucking stupid. Chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't remember any type of major backlash towards towards either of the other two women. I remember a lot towards Brie Larson because she was divisive. She was nasty. She made comments like, you shouldn't watch this film. This film wasn't made for white dudes, like all sorts of just nasty shit. And she got backlash and she got criticized for it. The movie she made wasn't that great to top it all off. Okay? The other women were not, it's just so easy. You can always see the direction that these idiots go with. Chris Pratt has been nothing but kind and compassionate to me.
Well, yeah. Chris Pratt seems like a decent dude.
No. That's a quotation. And then over here, do you think the owl is a predator? Of course not. He's never bothered me. Exactly.
What the fuck?
Okay. Yeah, they're again, this is the criticism of Chris Pratt. It's that he's religious. It's that he's a Trump supporter when that's never been confirmed by anyone. And they're all sitting there going like, oh, it's because he lost a poll. You guys are so full of shit. Yeah, no, everybody remembers the shit that you people do. Holy fuck. The Chris Pratt discourse about a poll could have been a joke. They act like he's dying or his career really hurting over not being the most like Chris. Are we in an alternative universe? You know what? Give me a second. Because usually you can, if you just type in the right buzzwords, you can find what you want to find. We'll just,
see what we're looking at. We'll see what you're going to be casting a line out. What are you trying to do?
Oh, easy. I just put Chris Pratt MAGA because he's lying little fucking asshats on Twitter, right? He lost the poll and now they're making fun. Now the ACU guys, that's so dumb. Dude, here, easy. Chris Pratt MAGA. Very first thing, Chris Pratt being a MAGA dummy really was not something I was mentally prepared for. Very first tweet. Very fucking first tweet. Brie Larson was attacked for months and months by millions of men. Women too, dude. You fucking simping little bitch. Women were attacking Brie Larson. My fiance, at the time, fell asleep during the movie and said it was not good. And she saw the marketing too. She's like, and cringed pretty fucking hard over it. Brie Larson was attacked for months and months by millions of men. Death threats, constant harassment, and sexism were thrown at her for every move she did. Boo fucking who? Like, honestly, obviously, you know, I'll be clear here. Death threats are the only thing on that list that I'm just not for at all, right? And you know what? I'll even put it like this. Some of the Brie Larson hate went over the line, 100%, because it always does. Because any type of movement, you're going to have people that are crazy, right? But like the idea, they're going to focus on only those people, ignore all the valid criticism of Brie Larson and the nastiness and the way that she was acting. Whatever. But to the point where I thought she would quit Marvel. But Mark Ruffalo speaks up when MAGA Chris Pratt gets some criticism. Here we go.
I mean, there's no picture of him wearing a MAGA hat, a MAGA shirt, or him making any tweets like that or anything.
I mean, look, it comes from this cunt. 149,000 likes. Chris Pratt, because he's MAGA. He's the worst, Chris. Chris Pratt been a MAGA since 2016. Haha, glad people are finding out. Don't spread misinformation. Chris Pratt isn't for MAGA. I'll like that one. Get a like. Why would you stand MAGA Chris Pratt when you can stand Chris Pine for clear skin? For what? For clear skin? What the fuck? Chris Pratt, the one who trophy hunts, supports MAGA's anti-LGBTQIA and attends an anti-LGBTQIA church and held Hollywood parties at his house where minors like Ricky Garcia were molested and given alcohol underage. Wow. Wow. Remember, this is all because he lost a poll, right? Nobody's attacking him on any unfair grounds. It's because he lost a poll and everyone is overreacting as this bitch comes out and says that he hosts parties at his house where minors got molested and he serves alcohol to underage children. Fuck off.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Chris Pratt isn't MAGA. He just went to a shitty church that he has since left. Y'all are seriously the worst on here. See, there you go. He left the fucking church. Where did Chris Pratt say he was MAGA/transphobic? Just wondering because I can't find it. I just only see everyone bashing him. There you go, Newsbusters. Chris Pratt labeled white supremacist MAGA dummy for not supporting Biden fundraiser. Remember, this is over a poll. This is over a poll, everybody. It's very easy to find what you want to find if you just like put in one little word. And you'll find exactly what they're fucking bitching about. Everyone finding out Chris Pratt is a MAGA supporter. So Mark Ruffalo, RDJ, James Gunn, etc., did defend Brie Larson, who suffered constant sexism and harassment since she was cast, but immediately defend Chris Pratt for being called a MAGA homophobe. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for calling him a homophobe. Thank you. Thank you. Marvel actors rushing to defend Chris Pratt's homophobic MAGA ass. The number of people who are just now learning that Chris Pratt is a gun nut, probable homophobe. Probable.
Why? Like, what the fuck?
I like this part, though. MAGA, an all-around asshole, is astounding to me. He hasn't been subtle about it. He hasn't said shit about any of this shit. Fucking hell. Wait, Vince Vaughn and Chris Pratt are MAGA.
Who cares if he likes guns, too? Like, what the fuck?
Chris Pratt grew up in Lake Stevens. Anyone in Washington could have told you he was a MAGA. That town is rotten.
Okay, so because he comes from this town, he likes guns. Well, okay. Even if he was homophobic, which he isn't, how would that mean he's a Trump supporter? How does that automatically make you a Trump supporter?
These people are fucking insane. That's what's going on here. So they got criticized. They got lambasted for calling him a white supremacist, for calling him a homophobe, for saying that he supports something that he's never supported, right? For calling him a gun nut. They get criticized. The cast for the MCU comes out, defends him from being called a homophobe, a transphobe, a white supremacist, all this shit, right? And immediately, what do they start doing? Oh, this is such bullshit. We just because he lost a poll, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. These people are the fucking worst. I swear to God. They drag people nonstop. They get criticized, and then they immediately just start backpedaling and gaslighting. It is fucking embarrassing. Jesus, man.
It's fucking crazy.
When Dude Bros got mad at Brie Larson for saying what something men shouldn't be the main critics for movies that are centered around BIPOC or women, and none of the men in the MCU took up for her. They're running to defend Chris Pratt's mega ass. Sickening. Fuck Chris Pratt and his mega ass and his little friends for upholding his bullshit. This is how you red pill people, okay? This is how you do it. It's not them going and looking up videos by Ben Shapiro owned, right? Like, it's not them looking up Ben Shapiro owned clips. It's not them listening to PragerU. It's not because they saw Donald Trump's tweets. It's none of that. This is how you red pill people. It's by showing them how intolerant and how nasty and how disgusting and the shit that they will say about people, and then showing how they'll immediately just start gaslighting everyone the moment they're criticized and called out. That's how you're going to red pill people. That's how you're going to convince people to vote for Trump. I'm not kidding, because you just dragged the ever-loving shit out of Chris Pratt as a Trump supporter when he's never done it. They're going to look at you and they're going to say you're fucking psychotic because you are fucking psychotic.